Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another episode in the $5 Thrift Challenge series, a series I started with just $5 in my pocket. I took it to the thrift store. I bought a sweatshirt. I sold it for around $30, used that profit to buy a few more pieces, and we've been snowballing that over and over again over the last few months until we're at the point now where we are at $5,000 that we have made from that single $5 investment, plus hundreds of items that we are in the process of selling. So it's been a really exciting series where I've hopefully showed you that it doesn't take a lot of money to actually change your life, that if you have $5, you can sell a single item and make a few extra dollars and just keep on doing that. You don't have to spend hundreds of dollars to start a business. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars. You can change your life with just $5. So that's been the series so far. And I show you each week what is sold from the previous episodes. And then we also go thrifting and add a little bit more into the challenge. So if you're just joining us now, you're totally welcome. You don't have to watch every episode. I know there's a lot. It can be a little overwhelming. But let's see what we have going on since last week when I saw you. So last week we ended with $5,001.65 in our challenge bank. So we officially hit our halfway mark to our goal of $10,000. And we have sold a few items since last week. So let's update you on what we have sold since I last saw you. So the first thing that sold was the J Gel Linen Blend cardigan. I think I picked this up at the Red, White, and Blue thrift store, maybe around $5 for that. And it sold for $28. So from $28, we make $22.40 heading into the challenge bank, adding on to our lump sum of the money that we have made from selling thrifted items, selling other people's trash, if you will. The next thing that sold was the Fear of God Essentials pants. I picked these up in the Salvation Army bins. There's no Goodwill outlet near me, but there are the Salvation Army bins, and I utilize those puppies to the extreme. So the Fear of God pants, I found in the same donation bag. I also found that green Coach person, if you guys have been watching for a while. The Fear of God pants sold for $35 on Depop, and we make $33.27 heading into the challenge bank. Next up is the North Face Thermoball boots. I picked these up not too long ago in the bins for $3.49 for the pair, and I bought these specifically to take into the North Face Renewed program, but then when I got them home, I did a reverse image search to make sure they weren't just worth reselling on my own. Turns out they were, so they were leather, and even though they were kind of scuffed, they were still worth putting up myself instead of just getting like $10 credit. I listed them just in the condition they were in, and they sold, I think, in 1 or 2 days for my full asking price of $49.99. So from $50, we make $42.89 heading into the challenge bank, and that was an eBay sale. Then I sold the new Attack pack dress I picked up in last week's video. We went to the half off sale with my mom at the Goodwill, and this piece I picked up for $3.75. It was a great day, and this sold, I think the first day I had it listed for $40. I had a few offers on it all at once, but the first offer I saw came in on Poshmark, and so I accepted that one. It was $40, so from $40 make $32 heading into the challenge bank. Then I sold the Zero boots. These were like another pair of winter boots, and even though we're in spring and summer, I'm still selling quite a lot of boots. I hope you guys are seeing that too. I often find that a lot of pieces, even though I might be more likely to sell like a swimsuit in spring and summer, a lot of those bigger pieces like boots, I kind of sell all year round, especially if they're more like utilitarian, like you're going hiking or doing something extreme like outdoor stuff in them. Maybe not like a fashion boot as much, but you know what I mean? Like I feel like some things will still sell all year round. These Zero boots, the XERO Zero boots, these sold for $52. And so we made $41.60 after Poshmark fees heading into the challenge bank. The next thing that sold was the Donald Pliner Beulah sandals. I got these on the day where I went to the Goodwill and then also to the bins. These sold for $33. I paid $3.50 for these. So $3.50 into $33, about 10xing my money, and we make $28.25 after fees on eBay heading into the bank. And then the last thing that I sold, the last kind of category here is I did have a Whatnot show last week when I'm filming this, and in that Whatnot show I put in a ton of the items that we have been finding from the bins that I was going to take to Plato's Closet, a ton of the items that I have just been having laying around that I haven't listed. I threw in a Whatnot show along with a few other things I just had already that I needed to sell as well, and we had a great show. I sold the Dolce & Gabbana bag that I picked up in the bins. I sold the Jimmy Choo makeup bag that I had. I sold 2 different pairs of Doc Martens. For example, the Lululemon leggings. I sold 3 pairs. I found all 3 in the same bin at the Salvation Army, and each pair sold for around $20 in my Whatnot show. So everything just kind of added up. And so in total in that show, I sold $397 of items, and a few of those were not for the $5 thrift challenge. So $347 is what I sold for this challenge in that Whatnot show. From $347, make $326.18 after Whatnot fees heading into the challenge bank. And this is a reminder that if you have not already been following me on Whatnot, please do. I love hanging out with you guys in a Whatnot show. It gives me more of a chance to interact with you live, and I think it's really fun. If you haven't already signed up for Whatnot, you can use my link down below, and that will give you $15 for free if you want to come and shop a show. But I also just really like the platform. I think it's fun. So if you guys have been wondering and you guys want to see one of my shows, I have people come in from all over the country, and I think it's really, really fun. I think the next show is this coming Thursday. I'll put the date and time up on the screen for you. They're usually at 7 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays, and so if you want to join me, I would love to have you. Go and save the shows. But with all of that money ending from that Whatnot show, that brings our total in the challenge bank today to $5,528.26 as we go into thrifting. So we made over $500 since the last time I saw you here, and we've done a few different ways of selling. We sold something on Depop and eBay and Poshmark and Whatnot this week to all add into this challenge bank. And hopefully this is inspiring you too, that there's more than one way to resell. There's also more than one way to make a little extra money. $5,000 is a ton of money. Like, that can change somebody's life. I bought my car that I drive now for $5,000 a few years ago. Like, you can really change your life with $5, and it doesn't have to be a huge investment to start a business. You can really, if you are diligent, you can sell and you can make money and you can change your life. If you need a little extra cash, try reselling. Hopefully I've taught you something in these videos that can help you find some good items to resell. But my parents are coming up to visit. They're coming up here to Detroit area, and I think my mom wants to go to the bins. I know she wants to go thrifting with me, and so I think we're going to go to the bins together. They're going to come with me, and we're going to go to the bins, I believe, and hopefully we'll find some good things. But I'll meet you guys when they get here, and we will head to go thrifting together. So let's go thrifting. Okay, friends, we made it to the car. My parents are here. They're on their spring break. We just finished a huge project in my house. We were working on my little half bath, and now it looks so freaking cute. I'll put in some pictures of the before and after here for you guys to see. But we've been working on that, but now Mom said she wanted to go thrifting. So I've got my parents. Mom, Dad, say hi.
Hello.
Hello.
We are heading to the bins at Mom's request. I didn't know if I was prepared for it, but we're doing it. I think it's going to be more fun because there's going to be multiple of us in there together, and we'll find some great things, find some great deals for the $5 thrift challenge. Are you guys looking for anything in particular? More Mom than Dad?
Well, we'll see what we can find. It'll be a great day.
It'll be a great day, she says. So we're heading to the thrift store, and I'll meet you guys there and take you guys thrifting with us, of course. Here we go. Let's go.
Bye.
Going this way, Mom. Mom, come on.
I got the bag.
They just are doing a new bag flip right now in accessories, but I've never seen them do all of these bags all at once, and so we're about ready to start. But I just want to show you guys how full the bags are. Sorry. I've spent entirely too long probably looking in this bin, but I'm looking through the socks, which normally I'm not like looking at socks, but I found 2 pairs, as you can tell, of Lululemon socks. Is this other pair? Yeah, 2 pairs of that. I found 2 pairs of Bombas socks. And then I've just been finding random expensive socks. I found Smartwool socks in the bins before, and I always love to pick those up. I found these that feel like they're wool. I'm going to look at those. But while I was digging down here for socks, I found this hat. And I didn't even see the front. I saw the back, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's a good find for sure for in the bins. I'm going to stuff that down in there. I'm going to keep looking through. You never know. Even socks can be worth a good amount of money. Like if you find Smartwool socks, it can be really good. This is just Calvin Klein. I'm not going to pick those up, but if I found 2 things, I'll probably find a third, you know? Keep looking. This is cool. Genuine leather. Like a leather cap like that. It's pretty cool. So I literally was just pulling out my phone to just film myself, but I just found these. And they're in good shape. To Boot, New York. Adam Derrick, made in Italy. The last time I've only found 1 to Boot, New York. And I think I resold them for over $100, maybe $200. Those are really cool. I'm excited. Gonna put those in the car. And this is literally, nobody's over here looking through the shoes. It's like after the whole bins rotation. Oh yeah, those are great. So excited about that. But this is why I encourage you to know brands too, because even though I'm so late to go through the shoes, I mean, there's been 100 people before me that have looked probably at that single pair of Adam Derrick shoes. Because I know brands, was still able to grab it. So that's why I feel like it's so important to know brands, because even if you are only a style-based picker, like finding a few random things that are really good brands here and there is always a good idea. Like, so that's why I always encourage people to like know their brands. And that's why I make brands list videos. I've done that for years. It's just so helpful to know what things are worth really good money, even if you're not looking for brands specifically, but for, you know, style. I think it's helpful to know a little bit of both for sure. I'm really confused by this backpack I found. Like, I was thinking maybe it's a bat bag. So the things in the back, but maybe it's a basketball bag. I don't know. It was in really good shape though, and it has the KD for Kevin Durant and the Nike, and the zippers worked good. So I looked it up, and the only one I saw listed on eBay is listed for $200, and I'm like, what is going on? Some of the solds are really crazy too. I have no idea. I feel like it really should only resell for like 40, 50 bucks. But a lot of them are over 100 for sold. So I think no matter what, I should pick it up. But very confusing. I have no idea what's going on with it, but I'm just putting it in my rolling cart for now, and we'll see what else I can find. So we absolutely never got a cart, and my Hulken bag is really being a workhorse today. But we went through just that one clothing flip. I did find this pair of an older style Athleta label, but Athleta kind of like flared pants, which I think are kind of cute. My mom found me a torrid dress. I have this Woolrich wool jacket. My mom also found me, I gotta give credit where credit's due, she found me this Patagonia little jacket and this Azazi dress that I'm excited about. I found this pair of figs. My mama has all of her stuff in here too, so not all of this is mine. But my sad part of the day is I found this in a new clothing bin. It's a Bombas slipper in my size. I have almost bought myself a pair of these. Wanted to find it so bad, and I cannot find the other one. I found all the other shoes that were in that bin with it, but I couldn't find that, so it's very upsetting. But what can you do? You can't always find it all. And so I think I'm going to leave it behind, as hard as that is, because I really wanted it. I've looked it through every bin around the surrounding area. I've looked everywhere, but I can't find it. So it's a cute little White House black market sweater, but I cannot sell that to save my life, so I'm gonna leave it behind. And then I found a Patagonia piece. My mom found me a Patagonia dress as well in here somewhere. So I'm gonna try to sort this and see what we actually have inside of here. Not the first time, and probably not the last time, that I will find Armani in the bins, but it always is shocking. Like, I saw the symbol and Armani sneakers. Not bad for $350, $375. I think it'll definitely be worth it, so we'll grab those. But I will show you guys everything we ended up picking up when we get home. Okay, friends, we made it back home, and I had a good time in the bins with my mom. Also, everybody was nice to me that day in the bins. I got to hang out with some subscribers, got to meet some new subscribers, super fun. And my parents did a great job. My dad didn't shop with us. I mean, it's not his thing, but my mom and I thrifted for a few hours, and we found some great things, and my mom found me some great things. I'm so excited to share them with you. In total, I spent $54.96, which is insane for what you're about to see, because y'all, I don't know what it is about me in the bins, but we have a love-love relationship. I love them and they love me. It's always a good time. Yeah, this is insane. This is a great haul. So let's jump into what I found. But when we take that $54.96 out of our challenge bank, our ending total for this episode is $5,473.30. So we have almost $5,500 still. And y'all, I think some of these things should sell really fast. So that's pretty exciting. Okay, first thing that I found, the very beginning of a new rotation, I found this like in the bottom of one of the pallets that they wheel out full of stuff. And this is a new with tags, completely wrapped Rebekah Minkoff bag. So already feeling pretty good, pretty good about the haul. Also the chain like strap and the leather strap still wrapped. Brand spanking new. And then it also has the studs on the bottom, which is a pretty common Rebekah Minkoff feature. Brand spanking new. I don't know how much this retails for, but I mean, it retails for $145. It tells me information. We love that. It's the mini Mac bag and Mexi flower print multi. But if it retails for $150, I think that I can hopefully sell it for 50 bucks, new with tax, which would already pay for literally the entire haul. So that's exciting. Set that to the side, get that listed ASAP. How exciting. Then might as well, while we're here, my mom found me this little bag, which I think is so darling. It's this little butterfly print, super like kind of like 90s vibe, tiny purse. I think it's adorable. It's precious. The inside kind of just folds open like this. But then this is from the brand Angela Frascone maybe. But it looks like it's in great shape. It has a little crossbody strap as well, just kind of more of like a string almost, just like a little braided cord. But I looked up comps and it looked like this should sell for at least 25 bucks. So I was like, okay, well, for being in the bins, and it's a really cute butterfly print. Butterflies are super popular. I will either sell this myself or I will put this in my upcoming Whatnot show. So that is the plan. Again, make sure you guys save that show. So if you want something that you see today that I picked up for the show, you can get it. Then let's start with some of the Patagonia. My mom found me this. Like, okay, mom, I see you. And it's not like a blatant Patagonia piece. So that's pretty exciting. This is a little dress. It's this kind of pinkish red color, kind of this crossover detail going on in the back. Very much so like an activewear, kind of athletic-y feel to it. But and this is where I'm like really impressed my mom found this, is because that's the only place that says Patagonia. It's a women's size large and it has a little tie at the front. I feel like this is very much so a good piece for spring and summer. So I will list that, I believe. A lot of these pieces are gonna be, I'm kind of on the fence about if I should list them or put them in the Whatnot show. So let me know your thoughts down below, because it does make it a little bit faster turnaround if I put it in the Whatnot show, but I might not get as much money. So there's a give and take there for sure. This I grabbed because these are freaking adorable. These are Free People pants, but they're like that drop waist kind of relaxed fit. And I was really pleased that I found these. I think they're really cute, little zipper on the back there. They also have pockets there on the sides. And this is the same material as their super popular, their jumpsuit, the romper, the hot shot onesie, I think is what it's called. But this is in a size medium. So Free People Movement, that's the Free People Movement tag. And then these are size medium, definitely oversized though. So really cute. And again, for maybe spending $1 for these, I think that was totally worth it. And those will either go in the Whatnot show or I will sell them myself. And I would assume that I could resell those for somewhere between $25 and $35, which if I'm in the bins, I'm happy with that selling price point. If I were to pay up for these pieces, I'd probably want to get at least $50 for an item. But I do feel like that's harder and harder nowadays to get that higher sales price. But then there's always exceptions to the rule. Like, I'm really excited about these. I didn't look these up. You guys saw me find these on camera and I just knew that they were coming home with me. $350 for these. I believe they look like they're a men's pair of shoes. They're in a size 10. They're the To Boot New York by Adam Derrick, which I've only found this brand one other time and it did so well for me. It did take a little bit to sell, but I don't mind holding on to something if it's gonna sell for $100, you know? So that's what it looks like on the inside, so you know what it looks like. The bottoms are really nice. I wonder if they resold these. They have Vibram bottoms. Looks to be in really good shape. The only thing that I can see that might be wrong with it is it looks like the lace is starting to fray, but that is kind of a really easy fix. I could just buy a new set of laces and relace them, and then they'll probably sell for even more, or just sell them with the frayed lace. But I'll definitely do some more research. I just recognized the brand. I was like, for $350 for the pair of shoes, it's gonna be worth it. For sure gonna be worth it. And we have a pair of Birkenstocks, and I find there's so many Birkenstocks in the bins. They're just like almost always destroyed. Like, you can restore a footbed to look better, but you can't like fix the bottoms of the shoes without a lot of cost, you know? So to find them in great shape is always a win. This is the first pair I picked up in a while, but these are in really good shape actually. And the inside, like where you put your foot, doesn't even look that bad. I feel like these look pretty great actually. Like, as soon as you step your foot in one of these, it's gonna look like you've put your foot in it. It's just the nature of the thing. But these are in a size European 41 or lady size 10, and I think they look really good. So again, for $350, we're heading into spring and summer. I think I can get hopefully at least $30 maybe out of those. And then we got what I'm really excited about, these shoes. This was exciting. I don't even know if I was filming when I found these. They did a new shoe rotation. I'm gonna have to do some cleaning on these. Y'all know I need to do some cleaning on some shoes. Isn't that the truth? But these are 2 pairs. I found them in 2 different bins. 2 pairs of GFORE golf shoes. I love selling GFORE. It does really well. Golfing brands in general tend to do really well. And then these ones are really cool in that they have this embossed leather with skulls and crossbones and then the GFORE logo. And that GFORE logo is what I saw and what drew me to these. And I was like, oh, that's GFORE. The last time I had a pair of these in the challenge, they sold for like $100 in a day. I cleaned them up pretty easily. And I think that this is the same exact material on this one as the ones I've had before. So I know that I can clean these up really easily with just some water and soap and a toothbrush, basically. Or even just a magic eraser, super easy to do. They look like they're the same size, so they probably came from the same person. This pair I think is gonna be a little harder because these are more of like a leather that looks like it's gonna be a little harder to clean on the toes, but I think they're still totally worth it. And there is the GFORE logo on the inside of there as well, in case you don't know it, as well as that GFORE logo that is on the bottom. And these are a size 11. I think they're a size 11 wide, and I'm assuming the other pair is the same size. Both of those should be excellent sells. I'm very pleased with those. And then my mom also found me this. Like, go off, mama. Okay, I'm finding that she's doing great. She did amazing for me in the bins. This little Patagonia full zip, kind of better sweater material with a hood. I've not found one with a hood in a long time, but this one's in a size medium and is in excellent condition. So I'm thinking I'm gonna put that in my whatnot show. That's kind of the vibe I'm feeling. And then I found this Patagonia pullover, which is the super fluffy, the Sherpa like fleecy one. And this is in gray. And again, really good condition. I found this at the bottom of the bin in the same spot I found the Rebekah Minkoff New Tags bag. So that was great. And that's also in a size medium. Different spot completely from what my mom was looking through because she was a couple bins down while I was looking for those things. And then also they did a big accessories flip and I don't think I even got there very early and I found this hat. This hat's crazy. This is why you can't skip out on hats because some hats, depending on what brand you find, are worth a ton of money. And Amiri, if you don't know this brand, take a quick look because you need to know it. It's very expensive. This hat retails for more than $200. Like this is expensive. And then it's a trucker hat. And it looks really good. Like it looks authentic to me. This stitching is amazing. When you look back here at the stitching on this little leather tag as well, it's super pristine. This looks like it's in great shape. And then we also have another leather tag on the inside that says Amiri. It's really nice. I don't know exactly how much I can sell this for. I've never found this brand before. That was really exciting to find it in the bins. It looks great to me, but I would assume hopefully at least $75 is what I'll list this for. 75 to 100 probably. It's a really good find. I'm very pleased with this. I feel like I should probably wash it, which means I need to throw it through a cycle in the dishwasher, which with my baseball cap hat cage, I think it's so exciting that I found this. And this is the lightest thing I found. Hats are so cheap to pick up in the bins when you're shopping per pound. So I think that that probably cost me like 10 cents and should sell for at least 60 bucks. And the other hat I found, I grabbed because I saw this logo on the side. Here's a pop quiz. Do you guys know what logo that is right there? 4 G's in a square, it's GFORE. And again, GFORE, guys, I am not joking. GFORE is expensive, it sells well. This is a branded piece, so we're gonna see how it does for me. I've never sold a branded GFORE piece, but it's the Detroit Golf Club, but it looks to be in pretty good shape. Again, if I throw this through the dishwasher with one of my hat cages on it, I think it'll come out really nice, but it's a nice, really well-made hat, and I'm hoping that that will give me at least 20 bucks, hopefully. And then I feel like this is a Patagonia heavy day. I don't know what was going on. I have no idea what this is. I think it's a belt, maybe for hiking. If anybody knows what this is, obviously let a girl know. It looks like it's new without tags, but in the same flip where I found that Amiri hat, I saw this little Patagonia logo poking out and I said, oh yeah, I'll grab that. I will grab that. So I think it's a belt, just like one of those like casual kind of style belts. I threw this through here, new without the tag, and I assume then you just can wear this. It'd be great for like hiking and like that kind of like more gorpcore outdoorsy style. I think it would do really well. So I think it's a belt, but that was a cool find. Again, for it being so light, I probably paid like 25 cents for that. I found 4 pieces of Patagonia in the bins today. Like, what is happening? I guess I found 2 pieces and my mom found 2 pieces. Gotta give credit where credit's due. And then I found Armani. So what a day, am I right? I found Amiri and Armani in the bins. These are a pair of Giorgio Armani shoes. And again, look really good. Bottoms look great. They have pretty good tread left on them. And then you can see here at the backs of the shoes, it says Emporio Armani. It's also labeled on the tongue as well as on the side. I felt this little bird logo, and it's not just like a transfer on, it's actually little pieces individually put on here and it's raised. They feel really high quality, which is really exciting. That gives me even more confidence that these are real. And these are in a size 8. A 41 European, a US men's size 8, which I would say is a women's size 10. The only thing I can see here is that there's some color transfer from the leather at the toes onto like the mesh surrounding it, but I mean, if you wanted a pair of Armani shoes for cheap, I got a pair. I saw a few of these listed for like $100, $200, so I'm hoping for at least $50, and I feel like that will be great. I'll do research, of course, before I list them for $3.50. And not at the beginning of the shoe flip. I found those later on. I'm feeling good about my picks today. My mom also found me this. It's got some grass on it from the GFORE shoes, but this is a formal gown, formal dress, kind of this fun brocade pattern, but this little bustier kind of corset detail top, really fun. I have never seen this label, so maybe let me know if you have. It's from a Zazie, which I sell quite frequently for around 50 bucks. A Zazie Atelier though. And usually when something's an atelier, it's more expensive for a brand. So I'm hoping that that is good for me. It's a size 6. I'm hoping a reverse image search will tell me exactly what the style of this is. It looks to be in great shape though. And so my mom did a good job, and I'm hopeful that I can hopefully squeeze 50 bucks out of that as well. My mom is really showing up today. My mom also found me this dress. It's new at tags, which is the reason why I picked it up. Love finding a new at tags dress, and I think the style of this is so on trend for right now. It's very kind of Y2K, practical magic, that kind of a vibe. I love the sleeve, and the neckline to this is really pretty. But this is just from Signature by Robbie B, which I literally have never in my life picked this up to sell. Never would have even thought about it. But this is a great looking style, and it's new at tags. It was originally $89. Not sure where this is sold. It feels to me kind of like a Macy's kind of brand. That's what I would assume, or like Kohl's, something like that. But it's a size 16, great condition, never worn, new at tags. Hopefully I can get 35 bucks for that. So for that in the bins for maybe $1 or $2, worth it. And then here's 2 bags that I'm deciding if I'm gonna sell myself or put in a whatnot show. I would love your input down below. This first one, again, my mom found for me. It is this vintage Disney bag. Isn't that so cool? It has Mickey Mouse ears on the top of the D. I don't know if you can tell. Then all the different characters making up the letters. I think that's so freaking darling. It's this tote bag. I think that's so cute. I love that. It's like a nylon feel. I would assume if I sell that online, I can probably list it for like $35, maybe more. But if I put it in a whatnot show, I'll probably sell it for 20 bucks, but I'll sell it in one day. So it's really a give or take. And my mom also found this Herschel little bag, which I've never seen a bag this small from Herschel, but this is also a Star Wars collab. So it says join the dark side on the inside. And then it does have Star Wars kind of vibes to it. Like over here, it has this little piece on the side, which I don't know what that means, but I did grab it because it was light and a good brand and nice. So I hope it sells for some good money. Then we were in the middle of the clothing flip, and it was not, I mean, it was probably like 15 minutes into the flip, and then I felt this puffer. I always look at puffer jackets in the bins because you never know when you're gonna find Arc'teryx, you never know when you're gonna find a North Face piece, and I happened to grab this nice long North Face parka. I'm so excited about this. And this one's reversible, which is exciting. So here's the North Face hit on the back, and it blends in really well, which is probably why it went unnoticed for quite a little bit. I do feel like other people grab North Face whenever they see it too, but I've never seen one that looks like this. I'm assuming this is reversible at least. Oh yeah, totally reversible. This side is partially like this Sherpa fleece, and I don't know if I've seen one like this, but The inside of the hood is also that fleece, but then it has the North Face logo on this side too. So I think that's really interesting. And hopefully I'll be able to look up and find out exactly what piece this is, but isn't that such a neat piece for me to grab in the bins? I don't see any holes on it, so I do think I'm gonna sell that myself and not take it directly into the North Face Renewed program. So found that to be lovely. And then we have 2 more pairs of shoes. I found this little kids pair of bogs. I love selling bogs, and kids bogs usually do really well too. These are a great thing for me to put in a whatnot show as well. So bottoms look to be in pretty great shape, perfect for spring puddle jumping, and they have dinosaurs on them. I think they're adorable. Bogs are so well made. They're just so nice. And these are a size infants 7, a European size 23. Ah! Whoops. The last pair of shoes I grabbed are these really cute, kind of, I would call them clogs, I guess, is the closest I can get to what they are. But they're these really nice brown leather clogs. I wish these were in my size. I think they're so cool. And the bottoms are chunky. They've got that lug sole look to them. They do have a little bit of scuffing to the toes, but I think they look so nice. But these are from LL Bean, which I think these are so cool. I like selling LL Bean. I also think that these, I think you can turn the little heel strap to be on top as well. But this is what they look like on the inside. And then they say Vertigrip on them as well. But these are in a size 8, a women's size 8. And so I do think I can probably resell these for 50 bucks though. So I was excited to grab these. They're super cute, and I think that those should do really well. They're a great spring shoe as well, a great fall shoe, especially if you see them with like a little pair of like, you know, lacy kind of taller socks. I think that'd be adorable. We have 2 bags left. This little, very much so like a Y2K style little leather purse with this kind of tweed material and the flower on the front is very on trend right now, I would say. I like that it's a small kind of baguette shape. It's really cute. And then the inside looks like this. And I did grab this because it says it's made in Italy. It's from the brand Paolo Mossi, which doesn't mean anything to me. It says it's genuine leather, made in Italy. It does have little metal feet on the bottom. So I do think that this should resell for probably at least 30 bucks, 25, somewhere around there. And I will just list that, or I'll put that in a whatnot show as well. But I thought that was cute. And you guys saw me grab this big old Nike piece, this KD, Kevin Durant little basketball bag, I would say. Nike KD, big old basketball bag. But this thing is hefty, like this is huge. I don't know what person is using this, but it is not for the tiny. It's humongous, but you can really fit a lot in there. So I did look at comps, and I think I talked about this in the store too. Like it looked really good. I think at least 40, 50 bucks for this. A lot of them were listed over $100, and I was like, okay, maybe that's a little asking too much, but still happy to find that. And then 2 more pieces, 2 more clothing pieces. All of this for 55 bucks. Like you guys, you can't do better on pricing than this. This is a full 100% wool little quarter zip, and this is from Woolrich. And I've been a little bit more selective with what Woolrich pieces I pick up. If this was a really cool kind of like patterned knit piece, it'd be a no-brainer. I did pick this up because it is 100% wool. It's a men's size medium, and this is like a nice thick wool piece. I didn't find any holes. Had my mom look it over too. It looks like it's in great condition. So I'm hoping for maybe $35 or listing around $35. And the very last piece I grabbed was this Ralph Lauren button down. And Ralph Lauren is just having such a moment right now that to find this in the bins, it was kind of a no-brainer. Even if this sells for only 15 bucks, I still think it's pretty much worth it. And it has the little red polo guy on the front, and it's not even polo Ralph Lauren. It's straight up Ralph Lauren, which is even better. So that's good to note. And it's a size extra large, classic fit. I'm assuming then it's also 100% cotton, but nice little men's shirt. And then I picked up a few things for myself or my family as well, but I did get a lot of comments recently saying that you guys do not want to see what I pick up for myself. So I've been trying to listen, and I won't show everything, but you guys did see me. I talked about looking for socks at one point while I was in the bins. I found this pair of tall Skims by Nike. little purple socks that I'm gonna keep for myself. I found 2 pairs of Bombas tall socks for my husband, and each pair of Bombas socks retails for like 20 something dollars. And then I found 2 pairs of Lululemon socks for myself. So I am a sock queen. I love socks, and I'm very, very excited for some of these fun new socks that I'm just gonna wash and then wear. Easy peasy. So that's it. That's everything I found. I didn't count the things I picked up for us. In the total, we spent, what, I said $54.96, somewhere around in there for today's haul, and we still have almost $5,500 in the challenge bank. And now, you guys know the drill. I've got a lot of work ahead of me. I've got to get some of this stuff listed. I've got to clean up some shoes, you know? I got to do these things. Got to get on it. So I'm going to head out, start listing some of these items, but I'll see you guys in next week's episode. Bye.